installing Windows 10 on a computer with the bootable flash drive that we created, that I showed how to do in a previous video, and I will leave the link to that video in the description area here if you would like to learn how to create a bootable Windows USB flash drive to install Windows. Okay, let's go ahead and get started here. And now, as you can see, I'm inserting this Windows 10 bootable flash drive into an empty USB port on this laptop computer here. Now keep in mind, this laptop computer, prior to this video, I installed a brand new SSD drive into it that has no operating system, and I'll show you how to do that in another video. But this one here, we're going to focus on how to install Windows 10 on this computer with no operating system installed on the SSD. Now the second thing that we want to do after inserting the USB flash drive into an empty USB port is to make sure that we are not running on battery, and that means we need to plug the laptop charger plug into the charging port here and make sure that we are definitely running off of AC power, and then of course we power the laptop on and give this a few seconds to attempt to boot from the bootable flash drive. Now in this case it says no bootable device because it was unsuccessful in booting up from the USB flash drive. Now the solutions can be several here. When it's powering up, you want to go ahead and press F12 or F9 to get into the boot menu to allow for the USB flash drive to be used as the bootable device. Now it could be different on your computer, and if it is, you might have to go out and research on the internet to discover which key that works for you to get into your boot menu. Now even if you do press the F12 or F9 or another key that gets you into the boot menu, you may still get no bootable device, which would be a good indicator that the boot menu is not enabled on this computer. So we would have to go into the BIOS, and the way that we go about doing that on this computer is pressing the power button and holding down the delete key or the F2 key at the same time, and then releasing it, and we can go ahead and see that the BIOS will come up on our laptop computer here, which will allow us to enable the boot menu. Now keep in mind, I'm not going to go ahead and show you how to do that in this video because laptop computers and desktop computers, they all have a lot of different BIOS programs that are running, different versions, and they all are slightly different, and they show you a different way to enable the boot menu. Now one thing I did want to point out is that you can also, if you're running in legacy mode versus the UEFI mode, that you need to just adjust the boot order so that the USB flash drive boots up first. Now the laptop computer restarted after I exited out of the BIOS, and it gave me the no bootable device. At this point I'm going to go ahead and press F12, which will take me into my boot menu, and since my flash drive is set for booting up first, when I hit F12 it takes me right into the very first prompt for Windows 10's setup. And from here I can go ahead and install Windows 10 onto my new SSD drive that presently does not have a operating system installed on it. So here I'm going to go ahead and take the default, so you can customize it if you like. Now at this point, go ahead and proceed to follow the prompts to install Windows 10 on your laptop computer or your desktop. Now keep in mind, this can take up to an hour to install on some laptop computers, depending on the speed and performance of your laptop computer. And that's the way you go about installing Windows 10 using a Windows 10 bootable flash drive that you've created. And by the way, if you would like to learn how to create a Windows 10 bootable flash drive, I do show how to do that in another video, and I will be leaving that link down in the description so you can watch that video and learn how to go ahead and make your own bootable Windows 10 installation flash drive. Okay, that's how you go about it, and that's the end of this video, and thanks for watching. And by the way, be sure to click on that subscribe button to watch more videos like this one.